Hi everyone and happy Friday. I've been thinking about doing this video for a while, and today I had a little bit of time and I thought I'll record this video. First I thought I'll do a live, but I don't have that much time for a live event, so we will do a quick review of fragrances that if you like Baby Cat, you'll like those fragrances as well. So first of all, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. If you like the content, please like the video and leave me comments. I'd appreciate that. Baby Cat came out, I think it was 2022. Like Baby Cat was a release of 2022, and it was a release first in Europe, and then it was released to Canada, but it never was released in US. I don't know if it's is still like that. It's still not released to US or not, but I think there was a change recently. It may have come to the market in US. So for a long time, it was very difficult to get Baby Cat in US. So I have bought several bottles of Baby Cat and shipped to my friends in US. 75 ml. So as you know, the YSL bottles, these are old presentations of the YSL bottles. They recently have changed them. So now this is not how they look like anymore. But these old presentations, they came in 75 ml and 125 ml. Some of these fragrances like Tuxedo come in 250 ml bottles, but it was never available in Canada anyways, as far as I know, and 75 ml of Baby Cat wasn't available in Canada either. It was only in US. I'm sorry, only in Europe that it was available. Anyhow, so I got, as soon as it was released in Canada, I got a bottle, and when it arrived, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be one of those that I'm going to love forever. And I don't know how many backup of this bottle I have. This is kind of brand new in box. I just unboxed this, but I have partials of a Baby Cat that I use for my personal use. It is basically a representation of all I love in a fragrance. Quite ambery, and I would not expect anything else from Dominique Ropion, who is the perfumer for this fragrance. The top notes are black and pink pepper, black pepper. Then we have still black pepper and pink pepper in the middle notes, and LME, olibanum, saffron. Base notes are bourbon, vanilla, suede, and cedar. Some people find this quite incensey, probably due to olibanum. I don't find it that way. To me, on my skin, it comes out like the LME and the vanilla, and slight incensiness, but not smoky at all. With the suede shines on my skin. I love this fragrance. One of my favorite fragrances of all times. And I guess after this fragrance came out, and maybe even, I don't know, I have to look into say the fragrances that I'm going to be talking about. I think one of them came out before Baby Cat, but there were clone houses that they were making Baby Cat dupes and clones, which I'm not going to talk about. I'm not really a fan of them, and not that because of the price or anything or being a snob. I just don't like the, if you're going to make a Baby Cat clone, just call it a Baby Cat clone, not something else in some sort of gaudy bottle. But and I would have no problems with that. But they often have different names. I know there are a few of like Maison Alhambra, and I don't know, probably Latafa has some, who knows. But now there were few fragrances that came out after this that I felt like they're not clones or they're not copies, but they're quite in the same profile and sometimes very close. So that's why I just wanted to mention this. They're not exact same of the Baby Cat, but they are quite close to Baby Cat in scent profile, according to me. Now, you may smell them and think differently, but this is what I think. One of them that has been in Penhaligon since 2021, so this was a year before release of Baby Cat in right, like that was 2022, so 2021, I don't know, it was maybe around the same time or before. and that is the world according to Arthur. So this is how the bottle looks like. You can see it probably. Oh, there we go. That's how your bottle will look like. With that, these caps are quite elaborate. You got to be very careful. I do not buy Penhaligon on off market because there are lots of I don't like to buy it on groups and stuff like that. There are lots of clones and dupes, and also the you can even find these bottles if you look for in very similar looking bottles on AliExpress and all of that. So be careful about that. There are lots of fakes of Penhaligons. So like someone looking at an elaborate cap like that would think, oh, they won't make a copy of this, but they absolutely do. So Ward, according to Arthur, is a Penhaligon fragrance, spicy oriental, and it doesn't say who the perfumer is. Notes on it are vanilla, incense, grapefruit, ambrette, clary sage, incense, and tonka bean. Obviously, this one doesn't have leather, which is, ooh, look at the color. I don't know if you can see it on the strip. Like, it's quite a pinkish color. It has a pinkish hue to it. So it may kind of stain your clothes if you're not careful. This is a gorgeous vanilla incense and that kind of tonka bean fragrance on me. Obviously, it doesn't have, it's a little bit less sweet comparing to Baby Cat, and doesn't have the leather at all. There's ambrette in this, but it's kind of like the backbone of all of it. And on me has a decent longevity and sillage. I know a lot of Penhaligon fragrances get criticized because they don't have longevity and sillage that people are expecting, but this one has a decent longevity sillage on me. And I think this is an EDP, right? Like some of the ones that people complain about are EDT. Yes, this is an EDP. The next one, I'm pretty sure came after Baby Cat. And this is 2023 release, and it's called Audacity from Penhaligons. The bottles are like this. It came in like a few bottles in this collection, and this is Audacity. It's kind of like a funky bottle like that. It is. I actually recently got this one because I am in love with the fragrances with this elements. Like, you looking at the notes, it doesn't really say who the perfumer is. Unfortunately, the notes are some very common notes with the Baby Cat or LME, black pepper. There's orange blossom in the opening, which I don't really smell much. Frankincense, which is all about them really. So saffron, rose, vanilla, leather, and ambergris. Yeah. This is, again, not exactly the same, but very close. This is not as sweet as Baby Cat, and a Baby Cat is not suffocatingly sweet, but it is. I find it more sweet than this, and yeah, I think maybe vanilla in Baby Cat is a little bit more present than it is in this one, but this is also nonetheless a beautiful fragrance. The next one I'm going to be talking about is from Laboratorio Olfattivo, and the name of it is Vanagloria. Vanagloria. Yeah, so you can see it. Yeah, perfect. So Vanagloria, I like that they come in 30 ml, and I think this is a 30 ml. Yeah, this is a 30 ml, and they also come in 50 mls. I bought this one from 50 ml. It's a nice Italian website. They ship to US and Canada. The excellent customer service. The first time arrived, it had leaked a little bit in the packaging. I sent pictures and an email, and that was it. And they sent me another one. Like, they didn't ask to send back or anything, which I really appreciate that kind of hassle-free customer service. And this one, let's see, this one, the perfumer, guess who it is? It's also Dominic Ropion, and it was launched in 2021. There are common notes between this and Baby Cat. Obviously, there's saffron, there's incense, tonka bean, olibanum, bourbon, vanilla, musk. He says there's a pineapple in the opening. So I have never even like really noticed, but well, let's see if the opening is the same. Like this is the I think is the closest of all of them to Baby Cat, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't smell any grapefruit, but this is very close, very very close to Baby Cat in that. And I think it was the reason that I got the 30 ml, not 100 ml, because I own so many Baby Cats. I don't need one more. So still, I think this is a touch less sweeter than Baby Cat. Baby Cat has a little touch more vanilla than that one. Another one, if in this category, is Tom Ford's. This is, I think it was last year's release or the year before. Tom Ford's Eau d'Ombre Leather, which I was not expecting Ombre Leather having anything common with Baby Cat, but apparently there is. Let's see. So this one, I tried it first at the store, and I didn't feel it lasted. But I feel like I think what happened was that I had sprayed too many perfumes, and I couldn't pick up which was which. And later I got a sample of it, and I quite liked it. So this is a 2024 launch, and it's created by Sonia Constant and Olivier Guillotin. Now your French speakers don't kill me. So the notes on this one, it's not exactly the same as Baby Cat, of course. Like this is not coming up as like exact dupe or anything. The notes are cardamom, ginger, coriander, vanilla leather, and amber fix, which is probably some like, I don't know, so it's like probably as a formula. Yeah. So the spiciness in this, like the top spices are kind of coming nicely. I like this. It's almost like if somebody took a less sweeter version of Baby Cat and took off the incense. It doesn't come across as very incensey, and added some cardamom and ginger. It will be this. Not very close to Baby Cat at all, but it's like the vibe, you know, like in general, that what it gives me. I have from Amouage, I have Vanilla Barka, and I don't want to bring it here because it's a dabber, really. Like there's no point of seeing it. I have the little dabbers. Those little dabbers are very expensive from Amouage. I don't even know what the retail price of it is. I guess when I'm looking at the Lucky Scent, the price of 12 ml is $540 US. It's very expensive, but these attar oils, when you're buying from gray market or you're buying from others, just be careful because they are dabbers, and the applicator just goes inside the fragrance. So when you're buying from someone it's used, half used, it means that they've probably dabbed it on their skin. And to me, it's like a used cream. So I usually stay away from that. So but I didn't buy it from like directly. I bought it from a discounter, but it was brand new in box, and it's also 2021 release. What's happening in 2021? And also the nose behind it, you guessed it, Dominic Ropion. And the common notes are the notes are vanilla, tonka bean, and olibanum. It doesn't have any leathery aspects, but it's almost like Baby Cat without leather. And that one, the performance is nuclear and very very nice. So the last but not least, I'm going to be talking about is a fragrance that I first saw at Exxon's in 20. Well, last year was 2024. Exxon's 2023. Then this year. Oh no! And then they were at Scent Explore end of. Was I at Exxon's 2023? Oh no! I first saw at Exxon's in 2024, and they were then at Scent Explore at end of the 2024, and I bought it there from them for a good price because they were giving some discounts for people who had attended Scent Explore. This is the house called Le Folie de Parfum. I think that's the Le Folie de Parfum. I think that's what it's called, right? Le Folie de Parfum, and it's an Italian house. This one is launched in 2024. It's called Tigris. Yeah, see, black label like that, Tigris. And it's not really 100% Baby Cat, of course, at all. The perfumer for this, Bertrand de Chauffeur, and there are some common notes, but it's not exactly the same. So it's saffron, bergamot, mandarin, cinnamon, oud, honey, tonka bean, cedar, vanilla, musk, sandalwood, amberwood, and amber. So if there is honey in this, and hence the kind of the sweetness, but it's not the kind that it would bother me. Like some honey would really kind of give me a headache because of too much sweetness and whatnot, but this is not like that. Yeah, I do smell the oud, and I smell the honey coming in, like that honey oud combo, but it's not overwhelming to me. I do smell the amberwood, but it's not again overwhelming. So I'm glad that I have this in my collection. So, and maybe the least closest to the Baby Cat would be this in my collection. Now I've heard of a few other ones. For example, I think Clean Suede from Eldo, Etalico d'Orange. I know some other perfumes that like they've said that it smells like Baby Cat. When you look at the Fragrantica, bringing down here, I want to see what people have said. There's the Rosentiment 2 number 5. I do not like Rosentiment 2 number 5. It smells like rubber, and I hate that. It's like strawberry and rubber. I don't. It's not a good smell. Then there's a few dupes here. People mentioned Encens Suave, which I don't think Encens Suave smells anything like Baby Cat, but who knows. There is, and some people have talked about Lune Feline. I feel Lune Feline is a little bit more animalic, less vanillic than this. X-Straight smells good on me, but not other ones. From the same house, from House of YSL, the Magnificent Gold and Sleek Suede it's almost like they're sisters, like Magnificent Gold, Sleek Suede, and Baby Cat. Unfortunately, both have been discontinued, so we stuck with this one. Some people talked about Tonka Hysteria from Orsay. Not really. Then some people talked about Babylon. I have Babylon from Penhaligon's. That's kind of drier than this in general, so I don't really think it's that close. Those were, I think, the ones that's mentioned in Fragrantica. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you find the content enjoyable, please like the stream. Please like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and push the notification button on so you would be notified next time I'll post a video. And with that, I hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys all later. Bye-bye.